World War II, was a global conflict that occurred from 1939 to 1945, involving many of the world's nations. It was the most extensive and deadliest war in history, resulting in tens of millions of casualties and significant geopolitical changes. Causes of World War II were rooted in various factors, including the harsh terms imposed on Germany by the Treaty of Versailles after World War I, which led to economic hardships and national humiliation. The aggressive expansionist policies of Adolf Hitler and other dictators sought to create greater empires, fueling desires for revenge and territorial gains. The policy of appeasement adopted by some European nations only emboldened aggressive ambitions. The key events of World War II. 1. German invasion of Poland, 1939. The invasion of Poland by Nazi Germany marked the official beginning of World War II. It was a result of Adolf Hitler's aggressive expansionist policies, seeking to establish a greater German empire. The Blitzkrieg, or lightning war, tactics employed by Germany involved rapid and coordinated attacks using tanks, infantry, and air support to overwhelm the Polish defenses. Poland's surrender came after weeks of intense fighting, and it was divided between Germany and the Soviet Union based on the secret protocols of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. 2. Battle of Britain, 1940. After conquering much of Western Europe, Hitler turned his sights on Britain. The Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, initiated an aerial campaign to gain air superiority over Britain, a crucial prerequisite for a potential invasion. The British Royal Air Force, RAF, responded with determination and resilience, engaging the Luftwaffe in intense air battles over the skies of Britain. The RAF's use of radar technology and its successful defense of key targets proved pivotal. The Battle of Britain showcased the effectiveness of air power in modern warfare and, despite heavy losses, demonstrated that Hitler's military machine was not invincible. 3. Operation Barbarossa, 1941. On June 22, 1941, Hitler broke the non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union and launched Operation Barbarossa, a massive invasion with over 3 million Axis troops. The invasion aimed to conquer Soviet territories, secure valuable resources, and eliminate the communist regime. The Germans made significant initial gains, but the Soviet Union's resilience and use of a scorched earth policy hindered their progress. The Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943, and the Battle of Kursk, 1943, were key turning points on the Eastern Front, leading to the ultimate defeat of German forces. 4. Pearl Harbor, 1941. On December 7, 1941, Japan launched a surprise aerial attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. The attack targeted American battleships, cruisers, and aircraft, causing extensive damage and loss of life. The attack on Pearl Harbor led to the United States' entry into World War II. The next day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed the nation, asking Congress to declare war on Japan, and described December 7th as a date which will live in infamy. 5. D-Day and Liberation of Europe, 1944. Operation Overlord, commonly known as D-Day, was the largest amphibious invasion in history. It involved the landing of Allied forces on the beaches of Normandy, France, on June 6, 1944. The invasion was a meticulously planned operation, aimed at establishing a Western Front and liberating Western Europe from German occupation. The operation involved American, British, Canadian, and other Allied forces. D-Day's success allowed the Allies to gain a foothold in France and marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe from German control. It also turned the tide of the war in favor of the Allies. 6. Atomic bombs on Japan, 1945. In an effort to end the war swiftly and avoid a costly invasion of Japan, the United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. The bombings caused immense destruction and loss of life, with estimates of casualties ranging in the hundreds of thousands. The bombings led to Japan's unconditional surrender on August 15, 1945, officially ending World War II. The use of atomic weapons ushered in a nuclear age and fundamentally changed the post-war world, shaping international relations and prompting global efforts to control the spread of nuclear weapons. The key events of World War II, from the invasions and battles to the use of atomic weapons, continue to be remembered as pivotal moments in history. These events shaped the modern world and laid the groundwork for a new global order in the post-war era. The lessons learned from World War II remain relevant today, underscoring the importance of diplomacy, cooperation, and the pursuit of peace to avoid such devastating conflicts in the future. The aftermath of World War II left a profound impact on the world, and the lasting effects of the war continue to shape our global landscape today. Let's explore these lasting effects in more detail. 1. Emergence of superpowers. World War II cemented the status of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers on the world stage. The war showcased their military might, industrial capabilities, and economic power. The rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union led to the beginning of the Cold War, a geopolitical struggle that spanned several decades, characterized by ideological, political, and military tensions without direct military confrontation between the two powers. 2. Decolonization. World War II significantly hastened the process of decolonization, as European colonial powers weakened and faced resource constraints due to the war effort. Many Asian and African nations seized the opportunity to push for independence from their colonial rulers. Movements for self-determination gained momentum, leading to the dismantling of imperial empires. 3. Establishment of the United Nations. In the aftermath of the war, there was a collective desire to prevent future conflicts and promote international cooperation. On October 24, 1945, the United Nations, UN, was established as an international organization to foster diplomatic dialogue, address global challenges, and maintain international peace and security. The UN became a platform for nations to work together on various issues, including human rights, humanitarian aid, and environmental protection. 4. Holocaust remembrance. The atrocities of the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews and millions of others were systematically murdered by the Nazi regime, shocked the world's conscience. In response, the international community established principles of human rights and accountability. The Nuremberg trials held Nazi leaders accountable for war crimes and crimes against humanity, setting a precedent for future international criminal tribunals. 5. European reconstruction. The war left Europe devastated, with vast destruction of infrastructure, cities, and economies. In response, the United States launched the Marshall Plan, an aid program to assist European countries in rebuilding their war-torn societies. The Marshall Plan provided substantial financial assistance to European nations, facilitating reconstruction efforts, fostering economic growth, and promoting stability. This aid laid the foundation for European integration, leading to the formation of the European Coal and Steel Community in 1951, a precursor to the European Union. 6. Technological advancements. World War II drove significant technological advancements, spurred by the need for more effective weapons, communications, and logistics. Developments in aviation, such as jet engines and long-range bombers, revolutionized air warfare. Radar technology played a crucial role in improving aerial and maritime navigation and detection. Innovations in cryptography, exemplified by the breaking of the German Enigma code by Allied codebreakers, enhanced intelligence capabilities and contributed to the war effort's success. 7. Demographic and social changes. The war caused profound demographic shifts, with millions of people losing their lives in the conflict, including soldiers and civilians. Population displacement and migration were widespread, with refugees seeking safety and a better life in different parts of the world. The war also brought about changes in gender roles and societal norms, as women played vital roles in the workforce, contributing to social change and paving the way for the women's rights movement. The lasting effects of World War II continue to be felt across the globe. The war's lessons underscore the importance of international cooperation, diplomacy, and the collective efforts to prevent conflicts and foster peace. The atrocities of the war have also reinforced the commitment to upholding human rights, promoting tolerance, and seeking justice for war crimes. World War II remains a significant event in human history, shaping the modern world and guiding our endeavors to build a better and more harmonious future.